morning, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today's trading day was good. It was a winning day. Nothing huge, but we had a winning day today. And we're going to cover those trades today, but I'm glad we got a winning day today. I'm seeing a potential trade opportunity here, but I'm not going to take it just because we're getting kind of out of the good session of New York, and tomorrow's a holiday. So my guess is price action is going to be pretty crappy for the rest of the day, and I don't think we're going to get the move that I'm hoping for here. So I'm not going to take any trades. But as you can see, we took 2 trades today. This one was break even. This one was a winner. Not a big winner, but it was a winner. But yeah, the price action lately, I mean, look at this. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Price action is just crappy. Like, the biggest move was yesterday when Fed Chair Powell spoke. Oh, wait, no, here, right? Like, but really, this price action is not great. We caught this move yesterday, so that's good. Or was it yesterday or Monday? We caught this move, and then yesterday, this was yesterday's price action. Not really anything going for us. So, we'll come back next week on Monday. Because tomorrow the markets are closed. But yeah, see, it's about to push down. Yeah. If I were to open this, I'd be at least targeting the previous day high, but it looks like it's just gonna range. It's at the top of a range too. I don't know. It's not looking good. Could be wrong. It could have a good move today, but I don't know. I'd rather not. I'd rather just wait until Monday. How we doing? Roll call. Who's here? Who's here this morning? I want to see. How you guys feeling about the markets today? Past couple days are kind of whack. Not really great. I'm going to go into the updates on the strategy, and I'm going to show you guys the stats for 1 month, and it's really good. I want to see, like, I want to get a minimum of 6 months of backtesting on the strategy. We're going to do a month today on live stream. Or maybe like a half a month, because this new strategy takes a while. It's not as quick as the other one where like you just wait for break of structure. This one, every day you map up the previous highs and lows. You map out session highs and lows. You map out weekly highs and lows, and then you kind of like take your strategy like that. And I'll explain it today with today's trade, why I took today's trade, why I was pretty aggressive on the stop loss and didn't let it run. Which it didn't run, which I'm glad I was aggressive on the stop loss. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of break it down for you guys, and we're gonna talk about it. Today's profits weren't huge across accounts. Like, my prop firm only made $108. The WEEX copy trading made $211, and then the 501 million made like $24. What was today? $24. Yeah, $24. The second trade was break even, pretty much. We didn't even get anything out of that. So today was pretty low in regards to price action and profits. So nothing real crazy. Really, the only move this week was Monday. Monday, it was the only move really this week, unless you were trying to catch the volatile move of Fed Chair Powell. But I didn't even trade yesterday because he was speaking. Because if you guys remember last time I traded when he spoke, it was not good. It was not good. We got wrecked. So roll call. Who's here? Who's here so far this morning? It's a little later stream today. I had some of the mentorship stuff I had to get done. Attended some of the live calls and stuff, so I had to push it back. And we had a space this morning, a Web3 gaming space that I hosted. So it was a busy morning, dude. And my daughter did not want to sleep, dude. I was up at 2:30 a.m. Driving her around. Trying to get her back to fall back asleep. Got back home after 4 a.m. took like a quick little nap between then and then when I had to get up for work. And then yeah, dude, I'm tired right now. I'm like exhausted. That was rough. She's teething right now and she just is not liking it. All right, let's get into today's trading. Let's get into the strategy. Let's get in why I took these trades today and what all happened. Let me move some things around. Okay. This trade might have worked out fully today, but I was pretty aggressive on the stop losses here, especially while it was with the way it was acting at the session high. But it looks like it might actually hit previous day high. We'll see. All right, let's get into why I took these trades today, because it's a little different. It's not the typical strat. Okay. If you notice, my entry was lower than it was up than if it was up here. And there's a reason for that. Being more patient, and because I'm more patient, it actually has upped my win ratio, my day win ratio, and my profit factor. So I'm actually very happy with the new strategy update. So here's what I wait for now. So I start off, well, I really start from the day. Okay, I start from the day time frame and I map out previous day highs and lows. Okay, so I map out previous day highs and lows, and then I make sure the PDL, which is previous day low, is the nearest low or day low to recognize, right? So if you look here, this one says PDL instead of just DL, and that's because the PDL is the most recent day's low. And as you can see, this candle looks like it's going to attack the previous day high. And could go maybe further. We'll see. But I map out all the day highs and lows that are open, like these wicks here. All these that are open. These ones I don't mark because they've been taken, where this one has not. Okay, so I mark out the day highs and lows. Then I go down to the 1 hour, and I mark out Asia and London highs and lows. So here's Asia and London session lows, Asia and London session highs. I mark out the PSH and the PSL, previous session high and previous session low. Okay, then I go to the 15 and I say, okay, where's my structure, right? Where's my structure on here? And I notice this structure here and this structure here, that if we broke either one, potentially we're going to target PSH or PSL or PDH or PDL, right? Previous day low, previous day high, previous session high, previous session low. And oh, it looks like it's actually going to give, looks like it might actually do it over here on this one. Looks like it might run up to the previous day high. And I marked those out. Okay, so the 15-minute is where I now requires break of structure. Before, I used to require break of structure on the 5-minute, but now I require break of structure on the 15, but watching the 5. So I wait for a 5-minute candle to break a 15-minute structure, and that's where I enter. So this one, this is wrong. We entered on this candle here. Okay, stop loss was down here, and target was above previous day high. All the way up there. Okay, as soon as I saw we tap the previous session high, I was taking profits, and I moved my stop loss up to break even. And once I saw us hit PSH, and then I saw the big correction down, I was glad I moved it, because I was like, oh, this could fail. This might not push above previous session high, and the momentum might look like this down here, where it tapped it and then flipped on us, right? So for me, I mapped out this 15-minute candle low. Okay, that if we broke this low, I'm targeting the previous session low. If we break this high, I'm targeting the previous session high, and seeing how price reacts from those areas of key interest, right? And as you can see here, I got real aggressive on my stop loss here. My stop loss went all the way down to this candle. Once I saw it tap, and I was like, either it's going to push through or bounce hard. Okay. And as you can see, it bounced hard off the previous session low. And so I'm glad I moved my stop loss, and we locked in $24 in profit on this one. This one, we pushed up, broke the structure, entered the trade, saw that we tapped the previous session high, moved stop losses to the bottom. Oh, you can't see it because let me scoot over. Move the stop loss to the bottom of this candle. Boom, we get stopped out. And I'm fine with that. This one was basically break even. We didn't even really make money on that one. Just covered the fees. Yeah, and as you can see, it really isn't giving us the momentum. The reason why I still don't think this will work is because this trade, once it hit previous session high, if it was going to go to the upside, if it was going to move to the upside, it should be aggressive, right? Because above these highs are a lot of stop loss orders, right? Or sell or buy orders, I mean, because of the people who shorted. There should be an aggressive move off of this, and this move is not very aggressive. And so I don't really think that it's very likely that we're going to get a good move. We might hit these highs, but it's going to be like a trickle, and I don't want that. I would rather just be out of the trade and wait for a really good trade like on Monday, coming out of the holiday. So yeah, that's kind of like the new strat. We wait for 15-minute break of structure on the 5-minute and 5-minute break of orb. And then we target the liquidity zones and also target the 2R. So like for me, at these liquidity zones, I'll take small TPs like 20%, 20% at each one. And then at the 2R, I take 50%. And then I move up to a 15-minute time frame and trail stop losses with 15-minute strong lows. So, and I found it's really good. It's really good. And let me show you some of the stats. So if you look at my stats, right, in 1 month, trading normal size contracts on my prop firm, right? So essentially this demo, this backtesting session mimics my prop firm, like how I would exactly trade with my prop firm. In January alone, it made $22,000. It had a 58.33% win rate. The profit factor was 6.68. Day win percentage, we're winning almost 80% of the days of the month. And our win to loss trade is a 4.77. So essentially like a 4R is our win to loss. Okay. My thing I really like is look at my Zella score. Zella score is almost at 89. Okay. Our average win to loss ratio, our profit factor, our win percentage, our consistency, our max drawdown, and our recovery factor are all excellent. We can get the drawdown up a little bit. That'd be one to do, and consistency. But really, recovery factor, average win-loss, profit factor, and win percentage is all almost maxed out. Like, I can't make those much better. But max drawdown and consistency, I can try to make those a little better. Really, it's max drawdown. But I'm kind of willing to sit and drawdown sometimes on this strategy. But yeah, I'm very, very excited. And this is kind of like every single day of the backtesting session. There was only 1, 2, 3, 4 days that were red. Every single week ended positive. And so I want to get more time under my belt on this backtesting session. I would like to get 6 months of data and see, does the win percentage go down? Does the profit factor lessen? Does our Zella score go down? Does our profit go down? So on and so forth. But this strategy already is almost 2 times better than the previous strategy that I was doing. So I'm very excited to start implementing it in my prop firm, my copy trading, so on and so forth, because it seems to be doing very well so far. So let's get into that real fast. Let's do some back testing so I can show you guys the strategy, like what does it actually look like when I break it down. And then let's see how February kind of plays out, get another month under our belt. So on this, I'm doing 15 mini contracts on Bitcoin, and that gives me my proper risk to reward. P2P says, I love it. Like when I do 15 mini contracts, that gets me right about the $300 to $500 risk per trade, which is about what I do. on my prop firm. Sometimes it's a little bigger, sometimes it's a little smaller. Just depends on where the low is or the high is. And yeah, but we just do 15 mini contracts on every position, and that's how we do it. We don't change that. So let's break it down. We are on February 1st. I think this is already all mapped out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it already mapped out. So we're just gonna go for this one, and then we'll map out what the next day and show you what that looks like. And we're on a Thursday, so we'll also on the Monday show you how we reassess after a weekend and stuff. So all right, let's get into it. Let's map out the orb with the 9:15. Okay, we need one more candle. Oh, okay, it is. All right, so one more candle. Let's go. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, that's ugly. Oh wait, I forgot to map out. Okay, so I want to see what it does if it breaks this orange line and the previous session high. Oop, I got these wrong. This is previous session low, previous session high. Okay, I want to see what it does if it taps the orange and red line, and then I want to see what it does if it taps the orange and red line down there. But I won't enter until this one. If we get down here, it might not go lower than this. There's a lot of liquidity down here. It might bounce from there. We'll see. Okay. All right, let's get this going. Okay, that was pretty let's see. I want to see what it does. I want to see so it broke. I'm not going to enter yet, because I want to see what it does at this session high. If it gives a good push above, like a good push above these highs, I'll probably enter. Oh yeah, like that right there. There we go. There we go. And I'm gonna put this at we'll just put it at the orb high, because it should not come down we should be able to target. Oh, that's perfect. 2R is above the day high. This should be a really good trade. This should move pretty quick. This is what I mean. This is actually a perfect example of what I was wanting to see. This is what I wanted to see today. That if we tap the previous session high, it should look like this, not where it plays around. It should look aggressive. And that's not what I saw today. All right, let's see how this plays out. It should be pretty aggressive, and there's not much stopping us from hitting that 2R and the previous day high. Oh, wow. Okay, that one flipped on us for that one. Okay. So now we wait on, see what we do down here if we target these previous session lows. Okay, we're retesting the orb. Let's see if it's gonna break above again. Okay. Let me go to the 15-minute real fast. All right, I'm gonna take that. Stop loss at, or let's put it actually down at this wick. See if we can target that day high. Okay, we're gonna buy. All right, let's see. Okay, I want to see displacement above those highs. There we go. So I'm gonna move my stop loss up now. So if we look at the 15-minute, yeah, the 15-minute just made a strong low. So I'm gonna move my stop loss up here. We should at least hit the day high. I don't know if we'll hit 2R though, because there might be a lot of resistance up here. So we'll see. Let's drag this over. Oh, it might fail. Let's see. Let's see if we can displace above these highs now. Move my stop loss up. Oh, it's getting a little wonky here. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna go to 15. I'm gonna move my stop loss up a little bit. This price action is weird. That's really weird looking. Okay. We're not risking much now, so if we get stopped out, it's not a big loss. Yeah, it might stop us out here. Could bounce. It's gonna stop us out. Oh, okay. So it might not stop us out. It might stop us out. We'll see. But because we hit midnight of New York, I'm gonna move my TP up here. Or actually, no, I'm not gonna move the TP. I'm just gonna. I forgot. I don't move the TP up there. I let it run if we wake up to it. And let's see if we get stopped out. I have a feeling we're gonna get stopped out. But we're gonna go to the next session. Yep, got stopped out. So price action was not good there. Price action failed. It looked pretty good, but the move was, we're kind of late on the move. I thought we could at least target these day highs. Okay, next one. Next day, let's go to the 15 minutes. So this is how I mark out everything. We're going to start from the day time frame and work our way down. Okay, so on a fresh day, this is a Friday, I'm going to mark out, so let's grab the previous day. Previous day. Where's my... Oh, is it not in here? Day high. Why is it not on here? Previous day high. Okay, we're gonna save that. And this one's previous day low. This is what I mean by it takes a little bit more time on this one, because you got to map all this stuff out. All right. Previous day low. Okay. All right. Let's get into now. Let's move this stuff around. Let's get it all nearby. Okay, and then let's go to day low. We can delete this guy. There we go. We're all good. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. Now we're gonna map out our session. So the sessions are from 1800 to 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. Where's 6 a.m.? Right there. So this is the previous session high, and then 9 a.m. Let's see where 1800 is. All right, previous session low is right here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay, so we're outside of our session highs and lows. My guess is, by the looks of this, we're probably targeting previous day low, unless we hop back up into this and targeting like some of these session highs. Okay, so let's go to the 15 minute now. Let's mark out our orb. Okay. That's a little thing. Tiny little orb. Okay, and then we're going to mark out the structure on the 15 minutes. So if I'm going bullish, I'm not going bullish until it like breaks that. Breaks that up here. And then for me, to the downside, I mean, this guy, but really, honestly, if we break to the downside, I think if we broke orb, I'd be comfortable just taking the orb and targeting these lows, because this is a pretty aggressive move in the morning. We'll see. We'll see how aggressive the moves are outside the orb or not. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see how this plays out. Am I all set? Yes. Okay, not entering the position. Okay, we bounce off that session low. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's getting real aggressive here. Look what it did, though, at the session high. That's why I didn't really want to take something up there. Let's see what it does. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we retested the orb. This trade we probably could have just entered 2 on this one if it broke orb to attack at least the session lows and highs, but in hindsight, maybe that's something we do next time. If both sessions are above us and we get a nice candle break outside the orb, at least target the sessions. Maybe next time we'll try that. This time we won't. We're not going to go back and do that because that's cheating. But we're going to see if we get another opportunity here. Let's see the 15-minute. Okay, this would be like kind of a low. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, it looks like it's pushing up again. Holy smokes. Okay, big, massive, weird candle. It didn't break below my orange line, though, so I need to break it below the orange line. All right, we're going to take that. And we're going to at least... Looks like 2 hours before. That's good. 2 hours before our previous day low, and I think we're going to attack the previous day low, so... And that big, massive wick. I could play against us, but that is a weird candle right there. Okay. Dude, these candles are not... I don't like this. I don't really have a strong low to move it towards. Let's see if we... Looks pretty aggressive here. Dude, these candles are terrible. Can't even read this. It's coming back up. I don't love that. I don't like this at all. This is like, you can't even read it. I'm gonna close this one out. It's back to orb. I'm just gonna close this one. And I can't even read the candlesticks on this portion of oh wait, shoot. Am I trading on a Sunday? Oh wait, I'm not even supposed to be trading on this day. Oh, hang on. Let me delete that one. Let me delete those. We're not supposed to be trading on a Sunday. I don't trade on Sundays. What day is this? The 4th? Okay. Whoops, I didn't realize we're on a Sunday now. All right, this I wouldn't even have traded. It's Sunday. So let's get to Monday. Let's skip it up to a Monday. That's why I'm like, dude, this price action sucks. Okay, let's go to the Monday. Is this Monday now? Yep, Monday. Okay. So how do I map out my Sundays? I kind of map out really what happened between Friday and Sunday of marking out those highs and lows and session lows. So like what happened on Sunday and then the session lows too, like in London and Asia. So let's go to the day. This is where we get more nitty gritty. We actually go on a Monday. We start from the week actually. So we need to get the previous week levels that we need to focus in on. Okay, so like let me delete all these candles right there. Let me delete all these guys. Okay, previous week low. We're going to move that up to here. Okay, previous week close. We're going to move that there. Oh, no, I don't want that guy. Oh, delete this guy. Delete this guy. Delete this guy. Okay. So previous week close. Let's add that here. And then previous week high. Let's add that here. So those are very important liquidity zones for us to target, right? If we see price doing something. Okay, let's go to the day time frame now, and let's see what day time frames we can add on. So this one here, day high, day low down here. That's really it. That's really it. Then let's go to the 1 hour, and now let's mark out what happened on Sunday. So where did Sunday start? Up in Sunday to Monday at 6 a.m. Okay, so then we're gonna mark out our, where's our session stuff? Session low, boink, and session high was this guy up there. Okay, so we're gonna delete these white lines. Okay, and then we're gonna throw these guys up here. Okay, so we got our liquidity marked out, and now we're gonna go to the 15-minute, mark out our orb. So this strategy is a little bit more complex in regards to like the things I'm grabbing, right? It's not as simple as before. And then let's mark out structure. So if we break above that high, yeah, if we break above that high, I'm bullish to target day high and previous week high. And then if we break these lows here, I want the lowest point of this move here, which I think is this candle right there. If we can break below that, we can target, you know, potentially previous session low, day low, and week low. This could be a big move today, actually, to the downside, if it gives it to us. All right, so now we got that marked out. Let's see the 5-minute. Let's see what the 5-minute gives us. Boom. Okay, wow. That's a big candle. Put stops up. Let me see the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, stops at the top of the orb. And I'm going to give this thing some time to do what it wants, because this could be a really big move here. So right now we're targeting previous session low, and I think this should be this trade should play out pretty nicely for us. Yeah, nice. Let me see 15-minute. Can we move stops? No. 15-minute doesn't even look like momentum slowing. Okay, might get a little strong. That's fine. There we go. Probably going to move my stops now. Not yet. I want to see this play around a little bit before I move it. I want it to make a strong high, and then I'll move my stops to that. There we go. That should have given it to me. Let me see a little bit further. Yeah. There we go. Now I can move my stop loss down to this strong high, and we should be good to target to our at least previous session low. And our day doesn't end until there. So let's see if we can at least get to our. Okay, that's a pretty big move up. I want to see it. I don't want to see it come back up to here. We could lose some profit here. Oh, it stopped us out. That's some weird price action, man. I don't know if it's this system that's messing up or if this was actually what the price looked like that day. That's terrible. Okay, but that was a winner. We made, I don't even know how much we made on that one. Probably not a ton, like $200 some on that one. But profit's profit. Let's see, could we have been a little bit more aggressive? Not really. We're at a strong low, so the fact that it's coming back up probably means it's going to go back to the orb now. All right, let's see where we go. And I think we're almost to the end of this day. Let's see, what time is it? 0:15. Okay, let's go to the next session. Oh yeah, it just chopped for the rest of that day and throughout the night. Okay, let's move our orb. Let's move our structure points. Let's move our sessions and And our session low, which we left the session low open. We never tapped that one. Okay, let's go to the hour. I'm just gonna work my way down up. Where's 1800 hours? Right there. So this is the low and the high. And this is our high. Right there. Okay. So let's mark out that 15-minute, and then let's mark out pretty much session high. If we break above, I'm gonna enter, and then down here I'd want to break that lowest point here on this little like up. These are just so ugly. Okay, now let's mark the previous day high low. Looks like we get this guy. Previous day high. Previous day low. All right, there we go. Yep. Okay, ready to take a trade. Let's see what price gives us. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna take it. I have a feeling it's gonna be. Okay, that one gave us our entry signal. I'm gonna take that. Down to that low, and I'm gonna target 2R because I think 2R comes before even the liquidity. So for me, I'm willing to risk this and see if we blast above session high and tap the previous day high. Let's see if we do it. Okay, I'm liking that momentum. I'm going to move stop. I'm going to be a little aggressive on this because it might not go as far as I want. Stops are at this candle now. Yeah. I don't love that. There we go. I'm going to move stops up a little bit more to that wick. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, yep. Looks like it might come all the way back down. Maybe I was too... Nope. I think I made the right move there to get aggressive on the stops. Okay, we tapped orb. Let's see. Do we have this structure now? So if we bounce here and break that, I'd enter again. Looks like actually... Oh, no. It's not even at previous day high yet, but just slow. Like, this is not good price action. Let's get back to testing. All right, let's see. So if this bounces off the orb here and comes to break this structure to the top, I would enter again because it's breaking a strong high and showing that it's bouncing again off a session high so that it's respecting this high. But if it fails, I would look forward to, let's see, can we probably this low here. This is all weird, these candles. But if it broke these candles and this little push here, I'd enter on that. All right, let's see what it does here. All right, let's take the risk. Stop loss is going to go at this wick down here. And we're going to shoot for 2R. But we'll take TP along the way if we tap these previous day highs. All right, let's see what it does for us. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I might get a little aggressive here. I'm going to move stops up a little bit to the top of the orb. Just to minimize loss. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. Again, failed to push above the session high, so I'm not really going to want to go to the upside because it doesn't seem to want to push. Unless it gives me a break, like a good break again. This didn't make a higher low. Really, this is the high. Just consolidating. Okay, it's coming back into the orb. Check the 15-minute. Yeah, this is terrible. Okay, there we go. This could present a pretty good opportunity here. Let's see if it breaks the orange line. Weird price action, but we're gonna enter on this guy here. Oh, wrong. And we're like kind of at the end of the day. We're gonna put this to orb high and then shoot for 2R, which is a little bit below previous session low. We'll see if we get it. And we're almost at the end of our day, so we'll set the stop loss and then see what we wake up to, right? Like, it's hypothetical. Let me move this to wherever the day ends. Broke back into that orb. All right, we're going to go to bed and see if we wake up to a loss or a win. We lost on that one. Oh, February has not been a good month for this. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me see. Our win rate has gone down a little bit. We've taken 6 trades. Yeah. Win rate's gone down a little bit. Oh, that's what I need to get back to session. All right, let's start off on the day. I hate it when it shows all those. Okay. Let's move these guys around. All right. Previous day low. I like that bullish candle. Let's see how that plays out. And then day high. All right, day high. Okay, those are marked out. Let's get our sessions. Delete this guy. Session, is this session low? Okay. 1800. This is our session low. And then our session high. And it's that candle over there. That's our session high. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute time frame now. $15-minute. All right, let's mark out this 30-minute orb. This price action looks terrible right now. Just try. This literally looks like today. Bro, oh my gosh. Wait, am I in February 2024? This looks identical to today. Oh my gosh. Like, no joke, this looks identical. Look at today. That looks like big push down, manipulation. Look at big push down, manipulation. Like these big manipulation moves. This looks identical. That's funny. That's really funny. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, we got the session lows. We got the 15-minute marked out. Man, I don't even know. I don't like this. I don't like that we're in chop. Like, see where we're just ranging. If we break to upside, I want to see what we do at the session high. And if we break to downside, I really wouldn't want to do anything and see until I see it do this. But then it makes me, I'm really close to the session low. I'm not eager to take a trade here on this one. I'm just gonna be patient on this one. Let me go back a couple. What candle is this? Okay. 9:45 had a big, massive candle. Let's see how it reacts. Didn't like session high at all. Pushed even further. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this and just target session low. With that big of a move off the high, I just want the session low, really. But we'll put 2R. Oh, session low 2R. I'm gonna be kind of aggressive with this one because this looks pretty volatile. It could flip on us almost immediately. Okay, I'm gonna be a little aggressive on this. I'm put to the top of orb. Yeah. We didn't get very far with that one. That's the thing I do with this new strategy is I'm aggressive. I very much go off what the candles are telling me. I don't just let it wait till 2R. I like very much read what the candles are doing and move my stop loss accordingly. One, that mitigates our risk. Two, it allows for us to catch the better trades. And when we do catch those bigger trades, the risk or the profit factor is way bigger. So let's see what happens here. We might honestly not even get a trade today. Let's go to the 15-minute and see. I don't like this at all. Okay, back to session high. Let's see what it does here. Oh. Oh, is he gonna run? Okay, it eventually ran. Might run like crazy today. Oh, it is. Oh, that was the move. I hesitated. I should have entered on this second candle here. Pushed, retested, push. If I look at 15-minute, is that... Oh, it did. It did break these highs. Like if I would have put it here. Or even if I wanted to be conservative and put it on, you know, these highs. These highs realistically. Okay, those highs there. Could have entered on this candle here. Dang, we missed the runner on this day. I hesitated. I don't want to go back and like add it, because then that's not adding to my data right properly. But well, actually it would, because if I would have listened to the data and just marked out the highs and wait for the break, it would have been a winner if I would have listened to that instead of just like watching to see what it does. Whatever. We'll skip that one and we'll do it next time. Holy crap. It swept all the liquidity. Oh my gosh. Did this go... Oh my gosh. That's a crazy move. That would have been a big winner. That would have been probably the biggest winner of the month. Okay. What day are we on? A Thursday? Let's go to the day time frame. Yeah, big push. Okay, we can delete this guy, or no, we'll just move it. And oh no, we can delete it actually. Previous day highs. Previous day lows are these guys. And then day low is here. But now we have a direction, right? This is good because now we have a direction. It's broken structure on the high time frames. That's good for us. We've also swept this day high and we swept the week high. Okay. 1 hour. We can move some things around. I can also delete the previous week close. Session low, session high. Where's 1800 hours? All right, that's the low. And then our high is 6 a.m. candle. So that one right there. That's the high. Okay, let's move these guys up to here. This one looks like it could go even higher. Okay, if we're going to the downside, I'd want it to break here. Or really, actually, we're at the session high. So if we get a push to the downside, we're above the session high. That'd be a good entry. And then if we, I would want to see it just break that high if we're going to continue to the upside. 945. We want the 930 candle. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, failed to break the orange line. Broke the orange line. Let's take that. Stop loss at this wick here. Buy. See if we get a winner here. I want to see, especially the fact that we're above the orange line, I want to see good momentum. I don't want to see it like be weak. I want to see it push hard. So let's see what it gives us. Is that 2 hour? Yep. Perfect. Just like that. Oh, what? All right. It flipped on us hard there. Okay. Go 15. All right, we have this new high. We're coming back down the session high and back down to the orb. So let's see what happens here. If we break the orb now on this one, I'm willing to take it. Because we'd be breaking these those strong lows. So if we break orb, I'm willing to take that. Okay, it looks like it's tapping up at these highs again and broke. I'm gonna go for it. It tapped the orb, pushed, and then finally broke the orange. This could be the running move. And I'm gonna put it at this strong low here. I'm not gonna put it all the way down to the orb, just this strong low, because it shouldn't break below this. All right. And if it does break below this, then I'm gonna watch to see what it does at orb if it comes back down. All right, I don't like that big push off. Let me move my stop loss up a tad to these just to mitigate a little bit of risk. Okay. I'm gonna move stop loss up a little bit higher to this one. Just kind of chase this because I don't like that it's playing here. I want it to push. Yeah, I want it to push. I'm gonna move stop loss up a little bit higher. Let's see what it gives us. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't think it's gonna be a winner. Yeah, I think it's gonna fail on us. Okay. That'd be the structure. Hasn't come back down to the orb, so I'm not really inclined to. Is he gonna run again? Dang it, it ran again. What am I reading wrong on these? I think I'm being too aggressive on my stop losses instead of letting it play around. All right, I'm gonna be a little bit less aggressive because I've missed 2 now because I'm super aggressive with my stops. Let's be a little bit less aggressive. Oh my gosh. Missed 2 massive runners. Dang. Oh, I need to be less aggressive with my stops. Okay, we swept all these. We're gonna move this. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay. This previous day high we can move. And then this day high we can delete. So previous day high. And we're now on a Friday, so okay, day low, day high. All right, and we're getting to close to the week high here. Let's get to our session. Oh, no, don't touch that one. Don't touch that one. These are what we want. All right, and this is the high. Okay, and then 15-minute. If we break to the upside, we have liquidity to target up here. If we break to the downside, lots of liquidity to target too. So we are also almost at the top of this move. I like this big move that we were seeing right here, right? Like it hasn't seen a correction yet. So I'm also probably expecting that this massive move needs to see some kind of relief, right? There needs to be, it needs to come back into discount. So I'm expecting this move to eventually, probably if it taps week high, probably it needs to relieve itself and have a big correction. So we'll see what happens here. This could be the moment where it corrects, but we need to watch out for what is it going to do and not get caught only going long when it's bound for relief. Okay, we got let me see if is there any structure. No, if it breaks the session high, we can then target the session low. Okay, let's see. Okay. Broke above. I'm gonna put stops in the orb. Actually, let me see the 15. I'm gonna put stops there. And I'm gonna learn from my mistakes and not be so aggressive. See what it kind of does here. We have weak high up here to target, so there is liquidity up there to target. Oh, almost forgot to put in the order. Let's see. Okay, I like that. Oh, no way. That's not good. I want to see it break this high. I'll move stops up. It did a little bit there. I'm gonna move stops up to this guy. Yeah, it's not looking like it's gonna play in our favor. February's not doing great on this strategy. Yeah, it broke structure to the downside a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, patience was good there, letting it play out. Let's move stops up a little bit. Oh, I thought that was actually about to run us. Okay, let's see if we get 2R. We haven't gotten a 2R in a while. Boom, nice. So at 2R, I take 50% TP, and then I move stops to strong low, but strong low's in the negative, so I'm gonna move it up to profits. Probably there. We'll see what it does here, but let's see if we can target the weak high and see what it does there. Actually, let's stay at 15 now. Might stop us out here. Let's see if it bounces. I think it's gonna stop us out, but still, it's a winner. That's nice. We haven't had a winner in a minute. There we go. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. All right, let's see. We are in the next day now, so this is now Sunday. Oh wait, no, we're in Monday. Oh, this big gap was Sunday. Okay, so our trade got held into the weekend. So now it's Monday, and let's get to the session. Start of the session. Ooh, a nice big move on the session. Oh wait, hold on, I'm messing up. I gotta remember to. I'm gonna redo this because I messed it up. I didn't realize we're on. That's what this jump was. So when I get to Sunday, okay. So when we get to Sunday, usually it's Friday night, so I just go to sleep, right? Go to sleep and we wake up to the next one. This is how I'm supposed to do it, and then when we wake up or get to there, then we move stops up. So this position is, I gotta remember to check the thing. So when we're in it and it ends the day, we just hop to the next session. So we're still in a long. We're still in a long. I messed that up. All right, Monday. Let's go to the day. Or no, we're gonna go to the week. We're gonna mark out our week. So we're almost to the weekly high. Ooh, look at that weekly candle. That looks pretty bullish. We're targeting these highs on the weekly. My guess is maybe we see a correction soon. Okay, let's move around these weekly highs and lows. All right, previous week low. Let's delete all these. I'm gonna delete all these white lines real quick. Week high, and then we're gonna go previous week high. Okay, and then previous week close. All right, let's mark out some of these day lows. Day low. Let me move this guy out of the way. Day low. Day low. We got a lot of day lows. We got a lot of liquidity below us. Okay, week high. Okay. Let's get to the hour. Then we'll mark out our session. So what did we get over the weekend? The session high is this guy, and then the session low was this guy maybe. Yep, that guy right there. So basically the session low is our entry. And 15-minute, let's move up our orb. Let's move up our structure pieces. Bullish to add to the position, I would need it to break this high. And bullish to the bearish, I would need to break yeah, that low. Basically, to be bearish, I need to get stopped out. To be bearish, let's move up our orb. Okay, let's go 5-minute. And let's see what we get here. Okay, we're gonna try it. I don't love it, but I'm just gonna go off the rule. I'm not gonna think anymore. I'm just gonna go off the requirements. We broke the orange line, and we're gonna see if we can target 2R. But my guess is we're gonna stop at week high. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, we're at session high, and then the week high is up here. So let's see if we can get the week high. Okay, we got the week high. Oh, let me get my TP. Wait, give me my TP. Come on. I guess we're just gonna take it this way. We're a little low, but it tapped the there. We're able to add to our position, so our stop loss is now at this orb high or at orb low, and we would lose a little bit of money if we got stopped out, but we added to our current contract or our current position that was open, and we took a 25% TP at this high. And so if we got stopped out, we'd lose a little bit of money, but I think our overall wins would actually, our P&L on this would actually be fine. So the nice thing is we're kind of riding free on this trade. So let's see what happens. Does it come back to orb, or does it end up running for us? All right, let's go back one. Oh, nice. All right, so let me go to the 15-minute time frame. All right, I'm not moving it yet. We should hit 2R. Holy smokes. We should hit 2R. Oh my gosh. What happened on this day? All right, so now we take another 50% TP. And stop loss goes up to that 15-minute strong high, or strong low, I mean. Dang. There we go. This is what we needed. It's like those other ones. Let's see if it just keeps running now. Stop loss is at the strong low. Let's see if it runs. Might get stopped out. Oh, maybe not. We can move stop loss up a tad. What time is it? We're still in the same day, so we don't move up until... Oh, wait. Monday. We don't move up till there, so we'll see. We're still active and still can see what goes down on the charts. Kind of hoping it displaces up a little bit further. All right, so let's just go to the next session. We got stopped out, and that was a big winner. That was that one made us $4,213. That was a great trade. And that's like the nice thing about the strategy. Like you're risking $300 to $500 to make 4K. So it just, the winners really balance out the losers. Low price day. Price never hit previous day high. I'm glad I didn't take a trade. Okay. $1,800, and then we're 6 a.m. Okay, our session high. That guy's session low. Oh, I think that correction's coming. And the correction's coming. Let's mark out previous day. Yeah, I think that correction's coming in. I'm not targeting way down here. Maybe it could, but I think we're going to target at least, you know, halfway down here. I'm not going to get stuck in the bearish bias. I'm just going to let the candles tell me. But I think that a correction is on its way. So previous day low and high. We got the sessions marked out. Let's go 15-minute time frame. We can delete the week high because we swept that. And we can delete the previous week high and previous week close. Okay. Really, the only liquidity that's below us now is these day lows. And with this move, consolidation, right? And then boom. Yeah, we probably gonna fall. We'll see. It might actually consolidate before it falls. So bullish thesis. I would need it to break all the way up here. That strong high. And then bearish. Honestly, bearish, I would be open to taking any break of orb on the to the downside because we can target these lows to here. So bearish, I'm more open to just kind of entering if we get it. Take that risk. Did that break? I wanted to break this low. Oh, well, I guess. Let me see if I can get a 5-minute below these guys, and then I'll enter. I don't want to be too eager. We'll break that and then enter. Not quite yet. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Stop loss up here. Could play against us, but I'm willing to take it because I think this is... I think this should... It should be targeting previous day low, especially after being so harsh out of there. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's see. Okay. It's broken back in. See what it does here. See if it can displace below these guys. I'm moving my stop loss to this 15-minute high inside the orb. Because we could push up. So I'm going to mitigate some risk. Okay. Looks like we're moving down. Let me see if I can move my stop loss. I'm fine leaving it there. Let it play around a little bit. Could stop us out though. It's back in the orb. Yeah. Okay. That one didn't play out. The fact that it's making this double bottom though makes me think we're heading back to these highs. And on the 15-minute time frame, the real high is up here, but I might not take a trade for this day. We'll see. Let's see what it does when it breaks the orb. If it does. So it broke orb. 15 minutes looking pretty good. We had this double bottom. We could probably target session low. I'm gonna take this risk here. I'm just gonna go for session low, and I'm gonna put stops at this low here. Actually, no, we're gonna go orb low, and I'm shooting for at least the session low. might not work. Let's mark out this low here. See if a candle breaks there. It's failing. It's failing to break the orb again. Let me see, 15. Slow here. So if we come down and break that orange line, I'm gonna take a short. Oh, there we go. I think it's gonna work. I think we'll at least get our session low. Oh, I'm trying to see if we can get a... did we tap it or did we barely miss it? Barely missed it so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little aggressive on this one because I don't think we're going to go much crazier. So I'm going to put stops up to this 5-minute strong low down right here, giving us a little bit of profit because I don't know if we're going to push above the session high or low. Come on. Whoa. Okay, well, let's see if I can get my TP. That was a weird candle. Will you give me my TP at least? No? I don't... Okay, that was a weird candle. Dang, it's not going to let me take a TP up there. Here, we'll just go to this candle real fast just so we can take our TP. Because it tapped it. Alright, 25%. And then stop loss. We moved it to the strong low. Alright. Okay, and we saw that weirdly weird candle. And probably going to stop us out. Maybe not. I was going to break above. Nice. I'm going to move stop loss up a little bit more to this low. Probably going to stop us out. There we go. It's a winner. Nothing crazy. But it's a winner. Let's see if we come back down to the orb now. We're almost at the end of this day. Almost to the end of the day. Alright, let's go to the next session. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Look at that session move. Holy smokes. So in London session, it ripped. That's crazy. My aggressive stops hurt me again. Missed another runner. Okay, let's move these guys around. Jeez. That's crazy. That ran hard. Okay. What day are we in? The 14th of February. How many days are in February this year? 29. So 29 divided by 2. Let's go like 15 days. Okay, we'll do one more day out of this and kind of check on the stats. Because I've honestly messed up by being, I don't know why I'm being so hesitant. I'm just back testing. But I've messed up a lot of winners. I should have had a lot bigger winners on here that I've messed up. And we'll see the stats. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go to... All right, there, session low. Right there, and then session high. It's that guy right there. I need to let it do its thing. Like, be okay just to lose if it's gonna lose. Like, I already assessed the risk. Why am I being so hesitant? Okay, this one, if it breaks above, just, I guess we send it. If it breaks above, we send it. If it breaks this orange line, we send it to the downside. Let's go to the day time frame real fast. Previous day high. Previous day low, and then day low down there. I think I'm getting stuck in the bias on my head too, that I think it's going to go down. And it's clearly ripping up. So I need to just watch the candles. Just watch the candles. Just let them tell you what it's going to do. Don't try to predict anything. Okay. Let's see what it does here. Oh, let me all right. Remember, we needed to break the orange line. Let me see. Nope. Still the orange line. Let me see if the 15-minute looks any different. Yep. And then 15-minute doesn't look any different. Okay, stop loss. Stop loss to orb high. Oh, I don't know if we could. I mean, we've seen crazier moves. Okay. Sell. Let's see. I'm going to be less aggressive. I'm just going to kind of let it see what it does here. Watch, this is going to be the one when I'm less aggressive. It stops me out fully. Okay. Came back up, breaking out of the orb again. Let me see if what happens if we break that. I might add to my short if we break that line. Oh, wait. I need that. Okay, we're breaking structure to the upside now. All right, broke. Okay, broke here. Take a long. Bottom of orb. Okay, and then buy. All right, let's see what happens here. It's breaking up a little bit. Back into the orb. Oh, are we in a range? Wow, when I stop being so aggressive, it literally now starts getting aggressive on me too. Stop lots up a tad, just that low. Let me see, 15. I like this. It looks like it could run up again. Let me get this to the end of day. Move stops to just a little bit to this strong low. That's it. Nothing crazy, just a little. Nothing crazy on the move up. Let's see if it displaces. Oh, let me go back. Okay, we're in a new day. So let's go to the last day that we're gonna back test. Oh, looks like it stopped us out, barely nicked us. But it looks like this next day could push up even further. We'll see. That day just kind of ranged. Yeah, we're kind of ranging here. Actually up here. Oh wait, we're on the 15. That low. And then really if we're above this orange line or this orange line, we're good. We're good to take a long. Okay, session low. There we go, and then session high. Okay, let's see what we get here. Oh. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, there we go. Ooh. Whoa. I'm gonna see how it reacts because that's a massive candle down from the orange line and tap the area I would have hit TP at. So I'm gonna be a little careful here. I'm gonna see what it does because I don't really like that. I don't want to enter on that candle because my TP literally would have been PSL. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, this day I might just not be able to take a trade. Watch, it's gonna have a crazy move down. All right, let's try this. It's at my liquidity zone and pushing nicely and displacing. I have a better TP now, or a better risk to reward ratio now. After it hit my orb, right, gave me the signal. It looks like it's going to get a good push. We're going to target this one. I'm open to taking this trade. There's lots of liquidity down below. I think this is a good idea. Stop loss at the strong high. Or let me see the 15-minute strong high. Let me make sure it's a 15-minute one. Honestly, I could go probably a little higher. All right, let's see how that plays out. My stop loss now at a strong 15-minute high. So let's see. There we go. Yep. I wanted to displace the downside there. Oh, it might fail on me. Yeah, this one might not work out. See if we get stopped out or if we head into the next day and see if we get saved by the London session. Oh, no, we got stopped out. Okay. All right, we're going to head to... Let's see, does it tap the orb and give us another signal? Nope. Okay, we're going to head to the next session. Oh, it just consolidated. Okay. Now I think this correction's now coming. Could be wrong. We're gonna take it candle by candle. Oh wait, that was February 16th, so we're technically done. Man, I wrecked the strategy on this one. I messed it up, I think. Yeah, I dropped that. We took 39 trades, so that was 24. We barely took even 10 trades that month. I think I messed up February because I hesitated on some. I was too aggressive on the stops. I might do February again. I might redo that month because I messed it up. I don't know why I was being like. I'll just probably erase those and probably retry it again with a fresh state of mind after being exhausted too from being with baby early in the morning. I don't know why I'm being so hesitant. I'm back testing. It's like fake money. Why am I being so hesitant? It's like I'm actually losing the money. I don't know why I did that to myself. I think I kind of wrecked this data on this. But let's see what the session still says. Even after I wrecked it kind of and ruined some of the big runners we had. What's our stats? Average win to loss trade is still over a 3R. Day win is still over 66%. Our TradeZella score went up. That's interesting. Our TradeZella score went way up. Wait, were we even profitable for February? What was the profit on that month? No, we lost money. How did the Zella score go up? I almost lost every single day. Yeah, I messed this up because literally in my other strategy, this was February. Let me show you February and the other strategy. So the first one I did, this was my February on the other strat in February 2024. Lots of red days, but we still made $23,000 in that month. So I think I messed it up. I was being too tight with the stop losses. I think I'm gonna run through February one more time. Not on stream because we just did it. I'm not gonna do it all over again, but I think I'm gonna do it later today. Go through February again and like watch it from a fresh mind. Maybe just do it tomorrow. Just get a fresh day of rest. Cause I'm struggling today. But dude, maybe February is also just a bad day with the new updated strategy. I'll have to go through it again. It shouldn't have been that bad. Oh, I am exhausted though. I'm like, it's been a hard day today. Look how many trades on the session one. So this number one is when it's 5 minute, just a 5 minute break of structure and 5 minute break out of orb. I did 8 months of trading, and look how many trades we took. 385 trades in 8 months. 385 divided by 8 is what? That's 48 trades a month. That is, if you divide that by 30, that's almost 2 trades a day. Or no, not even 30. Wait, go back. I only trade on weekdays, so that's only 25 times 4, 20 days. So that's almost 3 trades a day we're taking on this other strategy, right? Almost 3 trades a day. Where this one, in almost a month and a half, we took 39 trades. So in 30 days plus 16 equals, that's 6 weeks. So divided by 30. That's like taking 1.5 trades a day. Slayer, what's up, dude? I would way rather take like 1 trade a day than taking like 3 trades a day. And then your win factor is only 42.5%. So imagine you're taking 3 trades a day and only the 3 trades a day, you're going to win. So 3 trades a day, right? So 3 trades a day times 5 is 15 trades a week. Okay. And so if you're taking 10 trades, multiply that by 0.4 because you're only at 40% win rate. You're only winning 6 of those trades. you're going to lose 9 trades that week, but you have to take the 6 or else you're going to lose that week. That's exhausting. That's exhausting. I can't do that. That's why I was like, I have to change the strategy because I can't do 15 trades a week and only winning 6 of them. Like, that's so exhausting on your mental state for trading. And so that's why I really wanted to lock in on this one. February, I don't know. Someone honked at my house? Hold on. Let me check something real fast. I don't know what that was. Someone was honking at my house. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't take the trade today. That other trade that came in, look what it did. Didn't even hit previous day high, and then it's falling all the way back down to orb now. And remember, guys, tomorrow there's no trading. Okay, I'm not trading. I do not recommend you trade either. The market is closed. Okay, now Bitcoin market is not closed. You can still trade Bitcoin. You can trade cryptocurrencies, but I recommend you do not trade tomorrow. Okay, it's not going to be a good day to trading. Okay, it's a trading holiday where the market is closed. So price action, there could be some crazy move, but like we can't use our strategy. Like there's no orb strategy you can use. There's no, because there's just no market open. So there is no opening market. So we can't have it. So tomorrow will not be trading. Tomorrow is a holiday. Just so you guys know, and everyone who's watching is aware. But guys, I wanted to show you guys the updates to the strategy. This was a horrible trading session. Yeah, that was not good. I'm gonna have to fix that. I saw an announcement on your Discord where you shared your results of your backtesting. What is trade win percentage meaning? Because I see a day win percentage too. Okay, yeah, let's go over that. I'll show you right now. So your day win percentage, right, is how many days out of the month are you winning? So if I go to January 2024, right, between the 6 weeks of me backtesting, which is January to February, 66% of the days I'm going to end the day winning with my strategy. So 6 out of 10 days you trade, those days are going to end in a green day. That you're ending profitable, right? Now, a trade win percentage, which you want high, ideally, in your strategy, which I want to get this back to over 50%. I messed it up because I did another trading session with February and it was much better. I think I just got in my head today and I'm just exhausted. I'm going to redo February though and make it better. But trade win percentages, say you take 10 trades, how many are you winning, right? So 46%, I'm winning 4.6% of my trades per 10 trades I take, right? So day win percentage is like how many days out of the month are you green? Trade win percentage is how many trades am I taking a month that are green, right? And you ideally want the trade win percentage high and your day win percentage high, because then it just means that you're having more green days than red days, and that's much better on your psychology. Now February still wasn't terrible, and we still have half a month to go. You know, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trading days to go in February. So I still could turn it around with the strategy. But so far this is not good. Like I missed those runners because I was being all scared. I don't know why I was being scared, but yeah. Like a lot of these, we should have had at least 3 more green days because we had those big runners. But I was being really tight with my stop losses, like really tight. I didn't need to be that tight. So I'm gonna delete all these, go back through them later, either today or tomorrow, and try it again, and hopefully have some more rest and see what February ends up being like. So this is how I do it right now. Slayer, those are great questions. So it's a couple time frames. So this strategy, this new strategy, right? So let me go to the 2. So if you see, there's this strategy here, number 1, and then there's this strategy, number 2. So number 1, this is what I did on number 1. I'm just gonna use this, and we're gonna type up over here. So strategy number 1, we're just gonna say number 1. All we needed was 15-minute orb, 5-minute BOS, and 5-minute break of orb. Okay, so let's oh, that's not good text. Okay, and then on our strategy number 2, let me grab it because it's a lot more details. So strategy number 2, 15-minute orb. We need to take into account (15-minute) structure with a 5-minute break of structure of higher time frame. Okay. There's a lot more that we're watching. And I wasn't really following my rules like I should have been. There we go. See, there's a lot more rules in the new one. So the first strategy was literally just this. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see it. Okay. Number 1, that was it. Number 2, we have way more. Okay. Number 1. Oh, wow. It was to say time-based liquidity. Okay, so number 1 was just the 15-minute orb, 5-minute break of structure, and 5-minute break of orb. This strategy, that 5-minute orb strategy, technically works. Okay, if we had my normal prop firm account and doing it, it technically works. You're taking a lot of trades, you're losing a lot, but you do have profit. Okay, it technically works though. It does. Now, is it ideal for your long-term success in trading? No, I would say it's not. The second one I think is much better. Okay, so we wait for 15-minute orb, 15-minute structure with a 5-minute break of structure of higher time frame. So instead of waiting for 5-minute to break structure on the 5-minute, I have to have the 5-minute break structure of a 15-minute higher time frame structure. Does that make sense? So the 5-minute needs to break a 15-minute high or 15-minute low. Okay, and the 5-minute needs to be outside of the orb. Okay, so it has to do both of these. Then we will have a trailing stop loss. Okay, so that as the trade is moving into profit, or I'm seeing it, maybe it's reversing, the stop loss can trail. Okay, this would not move until I hit 2R, and then I would move my stop loss. Okay. We are taking time-based liquidity into account, such as previous day highs and lows, session highs and lows, week highs and lows. Okay, so we're taking time-based liquidity, taking profit at those highs and lows, and using them as support and resistance for when we're watching how price is reacting. We take 25% TPs at liquidity, 50% TPs at 2R, and then trailing stop at 15-minute strong low and highs once above 2R. So once we hit 2R, then we can move stop loss to the nearest 15-minute strong high or low, depending on the direction of the trade. So there's a lot more rules in number 2. And number two, so if we look at strategy number one, the Zella score is, and I really like that they have a Zella score because it kind of takes everything into account as your strategy, right? And this one's 71.63 is the Zella score, right? So really bad profit factor, really bad win percentage, really bad average win loss, but really good recovery factor, really good max drawdown, and really good consistency. Okay, but the left side is good, the right side's terrible. Now if we go to our other strategy, the number two, look at our Zella score. It's very well rounded, right? A 92.9 Zella score. The closer you can get to 100, the better your strategy is. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, that new backtesting strategy is going to be implemented into the trading strategy. So not much has changed, just taking into account more things and being maybe a little bit more aggressive on not just letting it sit at 2, like going to 2R, like taking profit at liquidity zones. You know, if we're seeing the trade not working out, being okay with closing it out, so on and so forth. So I'm excited. I think it's going to, I think so far, especially with this right here, the Zella score, I think it's going to play out well. I want to get more data, right? I want to get at least 6 months of data underneath my belt before I can really say the strategy is good that I've created. But if we can keep it, ideally, if we can keep the Zella score above 85, trade win percentage above 50%, 55% ideally, and our win percentage above 60, I would love that. And our win to loss trade is really good. We're sitting at 3.62R right now for our our return. Let's see our multiple and everything. 5.98R so far on the account. What is this? Something happened here. Wait, something happened here. Do I need to go to a different month? I don't know what happened. That was weird. It messed up all the numbers. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm still tweaking it. I still want to I think this one I'm about to do a lot of the backtesting for is pretty solid. Like if I did it for a year and I get above a 55% win rate, I get above a 60%, win percentage, a minimum 2R on our win-loss trades, right? Our profit factor is above a 3 or 2, really above a 2. I would love the profit factor to be above a 2. And the Zella score at minimum 85. I would really like that. Like that would give me a very confident strategy. And so that's what I'm working on. And the mentorship has really helped me shape some of this stuff. So I haven't really gotten deep into the mentorship yet. Like I just finished week 1. So we still got quite a ways to go, but I'm learning things. I'm not necessarily learning anything new right now, just more sharpening some things I already know. But I'm hoping that in week 2, 3, 4, I start learning some new things that actually are like, oh, that is so good. I'm going to add that to the strategy, right? But so right now it's just kind of refining the typical data that I already know. Let's delete this real fast. Slayer, do you have any questions on what I kind of just talked about? Oh, you do. You said when you say 15-minute orb, you mean that you go on the 15 minutes to set up the orb? Yes, correct. Yes. So if I'm gonna do the orb right, I go to the 15-minute time frame and I mark out that 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time candle. And then my entries, right, on the 15-minute too, I'll mark out the structure. And then my entries will be on the 5-minute, okay? And I just wait for those things on the 5 minutes to be broken. As you can see down here, the original red line was here. Was down here, right? I waited for the 5-minute break, entered, got the only to liquidity, right? I wanted to see what it did at liquidity, and it flipped pretty fast. This one I probably could have been a little bit less aggressive on, because I could have made a little bit more money at least. Like, what did we hit up here? 0.84 R. Nothing crazy. It's really not. My opinion on that is, so there's two ways to look at it, right? If you don't take those TPs, right, and say you're correct, you're going to get a higher win percentage, right? Or not a higher win percentage. You're going to get more profit if it happens to hit that, like, say 2R that you're shooting for. I'm not confident waiting for bit. That's fine. Yeah, I would say don't be scared to take small TPs on your trades. You know, I think there's two of the most important things, and one of them is really neglected by most traders. One, risk management. Always have risk management. You should never be over leveraging your account. If you say I'm only ever supposed to, you know, risk $100 per trade, you better not go $101 on a trade. Like you stick to risk management. Two, I think a lot of traders neglect profit management. I think profit management causes a lot of traders to be not as profitable as they could be, right? And so for me, I really like taking the smaller TPs and moving a trailing stop loss with it, because what I found, especially with backtesting, if the more I do that, the more profitable I am. Now, are some of them smaller profits? Yeah. Do maybe I miss out on some big moves? Yeah. But instead of chipping away with losses and or big losses or full losses, instead I get chipping away at small wins over and over and over again. And so I'm learning that as I'm backtesting that, and as I'm just trading in general. Like today, if I wouldn't have taken this TP, down here and only wished for the 2R, right, which was my 50%, my real full TP was down here at the previous day low, I would have held my stop loss down up here, not moved it, and then got stopped out, right? So for me, I was able to secure more profits on a trade that flipped on me because I took TP and because I moved my trailing stop loss down to this candle, because I saw what was happening with this candle here at the previous session low. So I think it helps secure more profits over time. Now, I think it's something to learn, because as you saw in my backtesting session, I was getting aggressive but missing out on big moves. And so I think it's like it's a game you kind of play. You got to kind of learn it. You got to kind of learn how to use it. And I'm still learning it, like how to do the profit management well. I'm not an expert at it at all, but I'm learning it, and I'm trying to share that with that learning journey with you guys. But I think ultimately, if you can secure more little profits rather than just waiting for them to either hit a full TP or stop you out, you'll have more success over a long period of time. I could be wrong, you know, but I found that is helpful. That's my opinion on it. I don't think on these though you should be taking big TPs, but a 20, usually what I do is 20-25% TP here, 20-25%, and then down at the 2R I take 50%. I don't close my trade out at my full TP, because most of the time if it hits my 2R, it goes much further. And so for me, I'd rather let it trail and take a good chunk of profit off, but let it run if it runs. So for me, if I shoot for 2R, let that thing run if it wants to go further, right? If it's not showing signs of being weak, a weak momentum, why stop it? You know, why close it out? That's one way to do it. So for me, it depends on where the orb is at. Okay, so let me see if I can find examples here. So here, I base my stop losses on I base my stop losses on sorry, let me fix this real quick. I base my stop losses on 15-minute strong lows and highs. So if I go to the 15-minute time frame right here, I'm not going to put my stop loss all the way up here. Okay? Why? Because it's outside of the orb. So for me, if my strong high or low is outside of the orb, I'm just going to put my stop loss to the other end of the orb we broke out of. That's my personal opinion. But if there's a strong high or low within the orb, within it, I'll put my stop loss to that strong low or high within the orb. So all my stop losses are based off the orb. Like where's structure near the orb, where's structure around the orb. Yeah. Because for me, usually if price breaks back into the orb, that trade is, I'm probably going to close it out anyways, and it's probably going to go to the other end anyway. So I'm not going to put my stop loss all the way up here, because if it breaks back into the orb, it's probably going to that end. And I'd rather be out of the trade and ready to execute on the next one. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense, Slayer. Ugh. And this strategy is this strategy popular with the orb? Because it is my first time seeing it. I learned it from you. And how did you learn how to place the orb? I use indicators for the swing highs. I actually saw the orb strategy. It kind of sounds funny, but I saw it on Instagram. I don't remember who it was. It was just like on Reels. I was like watching Reels, and like a lot of my feed will be like trading stuff, like people doing it. And this guy, I don't even know who he was, but he was talking about the orb and like the opening range. And I've always taken note of like the first 15 minutes and 30 minutes of the New York open session. I just didn't know to mark it out. Like I knew that first 15 minutes and 30 minutes is a volatile time and that the market is going to do some weird stuff. And then this guy checking in on the orb, back testing after the fine tuning. How's it been going? I'll get to that real fast, Tweak. And the guy was like, you should mark out the orb. And like he started talking about marking out the first 15-minute candle and talking about like when a candle breaks out, that's an entry signal, blah, 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 blah. And so ever since I learned that, I've noticed that it works, but it needs some tweaking. And so I've never been able to find someone who has like a clear orb strategy. And I'm trying to tweak one that really works and that like has a high success rate and that I can pass along to you know, my audience and the people within the community. But that's how I kind of found it, and then I've been kind of creating my own strategy. So that's why I'm doing a lot of back testing, because once I get a year's worth of data, and a year can give me a over 60% win rate, over a 60% day win percentage, and a good Zella score, I'm gonna be like, okay, I think I found a good strategy, and I'm gonna like really take it seriously and really lock in and integrate it into my everyday trading. And so yeah, I'm really trying to like create an orb strategy from scratch, because I haven't been able to find one. And then Tweak said, checking in on the orb back testing after the fine tuning. How has it been going? Great. I'm excited for this one. February didn't go to plan, but I also was not being very strict on my strategy. I was kind of like being more fluid with it and not just being mechanical and just following the model that I've created. And so I need to redo this because I messed it up. I'm like, I don't know why I was being like super timid, like I was gonna lose the money in real life. You know, I need to get the data, not being like timid. Does that make sense? Like, so I messed up February, but January, this was January when I was in a clear headspace and not being timid at all. January is really good. What win rate percentage do you think the best trading strategy has out there? So honestly, your win percentage doesn't mean you're a bad trader, right? Like, say if my win strategy was 30%, that doesn't mean I'm a bad trader. I could be a very, very, very profitable trader if I'm only winning 30% of the time. I know people who have a 30% win rate and they're excellent traders. Okay. Win rate for me is one, if you're a young trader like me, right? I've only been trading for like a year and a half now. I consider that a young trader until you hit like 5-10 years into the trading. When you're a young trader, psychology plays a massive role in your day trading. So for me, a high win rate on my strategy will help me be way more level-headed, not get so stressed and not get so exhausted with trading because I'm not losing all the time. So for me, the win rate doesn't necessarily mean you're successful or a failure. It honestly is what you can handle and what you can be disciplined with. So if you can be a trader who handles a 30% win rate and it works and you're profitable, go for it. Enjoy that 30% win rate. For me, I know I struggle with that. I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. I hate losing. Like, it literally irks me to my core when I lose. And so for me, I know if I have a low win rate, I'm not going to be able to withstand that for years on end, if that makes sense. So really, you got to like assess what can you handle as a trader and what is realistic for you to do day after day after day after week after week after months after months after years, right? And so for me, I want a win rate that's at least 60%, because for me, if I'm winning 6 out of 10 trades, I could take 4 losers. That means if I'm taking, 10 trades a week, 4 of them will lose that week, 6 of them will be winners. I'm fine with that. But if I'm doing 15 trades a day and not even half of them are winning, that's exhausting. Slayer, you would put your stop loss at $100, not only putting $100 in that trade, right? Because you'll probably open a trade that's maybe, if you say you have a 10K account, you might open a trade that's like a $5,000 position, but you only want to risk $100. So if you did fail that trade, you're only losing $100, right? So on my 500 to 1 mil challenge account, I might put $500 in one trade, but we're not risking $500. We're only risking $50. But the full account might be in the trade, right? So yeah, you want to risk $100 on the stop loss, not open a $100 trade. But also depends on like you said, you risk 2%. So for you, that would be, if it's a 10K account, 2% is $200, right? So you want if you put a stop loss and that hits your stop loss, you're not losing more than $200. Oh, I thought I had a spider on me. Oh. How much you up in the 500 challenge? I'll show you right now. We're not really up right now. We're at 389. Today was a winner. We had a small win today, but we're at 390. So we're actually down about $100 right now. I've been struggling with crafting the strategy, but with this new updated tuning, I'm hoping that things start to switch up. And today was a winner. I'm being more smart. Like yesterday, I didn't trade when Powell spoke. I took that trading day off. Tomorrow, I'm not going to trade. It's a holiday. So I'm trying to be smarter on like the days I trade, the days I don't trade, and also smarter in the strategy and sticking to that strategy and letting the trades like kind of play out. But yeah, we're down about $100 right now. So hopefully I'm hoping that by end of April, we can get it at least back to $500 or more. That'd be ideal. But in the back testing, it seems to be showing that it'll work so far. I mean, we're only a month in really on this strategy, so I need to get at least 6 months in. If we can get 6 months of good data, then I'll be more confident. Because I think once we get this strategy locked in, then the trading challenge will be much different, much different. Hopefully, I've said that before. But I'm just trying to be really diligent and disciplined with the strategy I create. And that's the whole reason why I did this challenge, right? I'm doing this challenge literally to master a strategy, be extremely disciplined. So then when I complete the strategy or the challenge, which I'm hoping I do, and I'm not going to give up until I honestly try to complete it. That's the whole goal, is that we build a strategy that can take us from $500 to 1 mil. We need something for Twitch points and Cashman because I'm farming a lot. Twitch points? How do you farm Twitch points? Is that like the channel point things? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like something with the strategy that saved me today was this move right here. I was debating on potentially opening a position at this session high, but I was like, I don't know, the momentum of today, tomorrow's a holiday, you know, we're hitting this range high. And I know before I would have never noted these session liquidity zones. But now that I have these sessions, I'm like, momentum is terrible. We're about to hit a liquidity zone. It's not going very well. And so it stopped my new strategy, stopped me from taking a losing trade here. So like already we're seeing a little bit more improvement, just a little bit, nothing crazy. For Twitch points. How do you do that? I mean, I know what you're talking about. I forget how to do that. What's up, boss? What's up? How you doing? Hope you have a good day. I don't mean money, but I guess it's going to give motivation to people to farm points on your channel and for them to farm. Yeah. I'm learning still a lot of the stuff that Twitch offers because they offer some cool stuff. It's honestly very new for me. But I know what you're talking about, like the channel points. Yeah. I think we can do predictions. Let me see if I can start a prediction. Where is that? Where is it? Oh, right here, polls. Create a new poll. Yeah, here. Oh yeah, I can do this little poll. You use channel points. I said, will Soul Maniac create a winning strat? And you can use channel points to like do it. I did take a trade today, yes. Yes, we took a small trade, so let me show you. We took this trade right here. So we had this winner earlier in the week. We didn't trade at all yesterday because Powell spoke. And as you can see, it was very volatile. Look at that. Up, down. Very volatile. And then today really just kind of ranged and failed. Like today really sucked on price movement. But here, we took a trade here. It broke 15-minute structure over here. candle closure below. I really just want to target the session low, and that's exactly what we got. So as soon as we tapped it, I moved my stop loss to the candle right here, and then as you can see, it flipped on us very quickly. So I was really just targeting session low on this one because I didn't think with the current price action, right, how choppy price is, right, I didn't think we're going to get really a crazy move today. And as you can see, we really haven't. We're still just ranging. My guess is Monday we'll get a move where it'll finally get out of this chop. But yeah, we caught that trade, and then we also caught this trade. But this one was break even. I didn't get any profit or losses out of this. I opened it up here. I wanted to see what it did at session high, and as you can see, it this is not accurate. I think it was like here. I don't know. My stop loss was right at break even. It stopped us out at break even, and we didn't lose money. I'll show you. We made $6.70, but after fees, that's nothing. It basically didn't make any money. That one was just break even, and then the one earlier that was to the session low was a 7.61% return, and we made $24 on that one. So that one actually was profitable, like made a little bit of profit. But yeah, we got 2 small trades today, but I wasn't really expecting anything crazy today. Price did pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to do. Nothing. I mean, we didn't even tap the previous day high. I thought we would. We didn't even tap that. We're back in the orb though. I'm done trading for the day though. I'm not going to trade anything. All right, guys. I think I'm going to take I'm going to end today a little early cuz I'm pretty exhausted. And I've had a rough day. And I'm like trying not to get sick cuz I have a very busy weekend cuz it's Easter. And so I think I'm going to take it a little early. I don't want to rush though. If anybody else has any questions, I would love to answer them or talk about the strategy if you have any before I log off. And coming up April 26th, if you're in our Discord, we have our event coming up. Maybe that's something we can use in channel points. Like you said, Slayer. Maybe if you have channel points, you can use that towards like a giveaway. That'd be cool. Have you seen these 24/7 live trading channels? I have found one channel. It has a huge percentage of win rate. I haven't. No, I haven't. 24/7 trading. That's a lot. For me, when I create my trading strategy, I want it to be how I want to live life. You know, I don't want to be trading 24/7. If I could trade from just the New York AM session and be done by 9 a.m. every day, that's the dream. That's the dream. That's how I'd prefer. But I haven't seen the 24/7 trading channels. That sounds crazy. What's its win rate, Slayer? Check Forex Education live on the 5-minute chart. Let's see. Forex Education. Let's see. Is it this guy? He's got a couple channels live. Yeah. Wi-Fi live trading signal. Oh, it's a trading signal. Best trading crypto strategy, huh? Tesla. Oh my gosh, he has a ton. Oh my gosh. How does he stream 24/7? One watching 10, 2, 17. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Members only. Let's see which one has the most watching. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1, 22. Dogecoin. Oh, it's just like a signal. Huh. Click lives and found the live that has the 5-minute Bitcoin BTC title. I think that's the members only one. Jeez, I've never seen so many lives. How does he do this at one time? Click popular. Oh, right here. Oh, wow. 350 watching. Buy signal. Take profit. Take profit. Huh. Although it broke the high. Enter. Hold, take profit. Huh. Welcome. What you see is an educational live trading educational chart for Bitcoin with signal order book. Oh, I keep feeling like there's a spider on me. That's crazy. That's a lot of, that's crazy. People are like trading. Will we see 86K now? That's funny. I don't want to watch it too long. I don't want to get in trouble. That's funny. That's cool. You need to know what you are doing, though. You can't go blind. Yeah. It looks like what it's saying is you literally just follow the indicator. Like buy when it shows a buy signal, sell when it shows a take profit, or sell when it says a short signal. Yeah, I wonder if that works. It looks like I was trading on the Heiken Ashi too. All right, everyone. I'm going to call it. Remember, next Monday, we will be doing a live stream. Okay, we'll have a Monday live stream. We'll be streaming at market open. So we'll do a normal stream. But remember, next Saturday, April 26th, we do have a live educational session within our Discord. We're doing market structure, talking about the opportunities with prop firms, and I'm giving away $800 on that next Saturday, so April 26th. So if you guys would like to take part, here, let me move. If you'd like to take part in that and get, you know, $100, there's 8 people who are going to win $100 who attend the event. There'll be something special we do to figure out how we win, how people win. But yeah, if you want to be a part of that webinar, that educational session, it's going to be a early Saturday morning session. That's where everyone kind of voted. They said Saturday, so we'll do it early morning Saturday, and then we will call it probably be about an hour, and we'll go over market structure. Okay, because market structure is probably one of the biggest things in my strategy that you need to understand and know how to read. It's very important to know how to read. So make sure you guys attend that April 26th webinar, and I'll see you guys Monday. I hope you guys have a good Easter. I hope you guys are blessed, and I'm excited. Take tomorrow off. If you're a day trader, if you're someone who trades, take tomorrow off. You don't need to trade tomorrow. Take the day. Enjoy the day. You know, don't be sitting on the screen. Do a day away from the screens, maybe. That'd be nice. That'd probably be great for you. All right, everyone. I'll see you guys on Monday. All right, I just want to shout everyone out real fast. Everybody who showed up today. P2P, thank you so much for showing up. Slayer, thank you so much. Peter, thank you for showing up. Tweak, who's this guy? Kesh, thank you for showing up. And Chubide, thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate every single one of you who showed up today, who showed some love. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content. And this is much more to come. I'm excited on Monday. Hopefully I can get some back testing in tomorrow and maybe even over the weekend a little bit, so I can give you guys an update on the strategy on Monday. And we can maybe do another month live on the strat and see if we can get even better results. So I'll see you guys Monday, but thank you guys, every single one of you, for showing up. If you guys want 2 timed entries in the giveaway we're going to do next Saturday, and any giveaway we do for the future, be a Twitch subscriber. If you subscribe to our Twitch channel, that gives you an additional entry into our giveaways. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. I will see you Monday at Market Open.